crack that your relics just can't get enough
Look at this shit.
1 minute you realize that you have max void traces, the next it's all gone because you caved into their desires, injected it all into the relics just to realize you still couldn't get the Gara Prime blueprint. So in this video, I'm going to show you the best ways to farm void traces. Let's get into it. There are currently 3 or 4 different ways to farm void traces, depending if you think void fishes and void storms are the same. So let's talk about them first. Void fishes are essentially star chart missions that spawn corrupted enemies. These enemies only spawn near void fishes that look like this. They can drop reactant, and once you collect 10 reactant, you'll be rewarded with 6 to 30 void traces. Resource boosters do affect the amount of void traces you receive, so it is possible to get over 100 void traces in a single run with a resource booster and a speeder cavat with charm equipped. I did manage to do this, but do not expect this to occur in every run. As for builds, any Warframe with an Orokin reactor and a weapon with an Orokin catalyst installed should be enough to complete void fishes, even level 40 to 50 Axie void fishes. I personally like to use Vault with a max duration and strength build complemented with a Gwendal or an Ignis Wraith. I do use a Riven on my Gwendal, but it can be replaced for a range, attack speed or crit mod. The main reason why I like to use Vault is because of the corrupted buff you get once you collect 10 reactant, which will last for 30 seconds to 2 minutes depending on which tier void fisher you are doing. If your primary or secondary weapon gets corrupted, you will get infinite ammo for that weapon. When a melee weapon gets corrupted, it will not consume the combo counter on heavy attacks, but at the time of making this video, it is currently bugged and still consumes the combo counter. This bug has been around for a while, so I don't know how. On the other hand,
hello everyone, my name is Quality and welcome to a very short video about the void traces. Resources only used for 2 things. The first thing is relics, to make them drop less common resources more often, and the second way is to get yourself void keys, to get yourself in the Orokin vaults found on Deimos. Those are actually the only 2 uses, but yeah, you will need a lot of them for relic refinement. When it comes to farming these, there is only 4 ways. First way is the only real reliable one, void fissures. When you are opening relics and collecting all the reactant, you will get from 6 to 30 void traces. What I suggest you is to play capture and exterminate missions that are not in void storms. For real, just try to farm prime parts and get resources as a byproduct. Also, you will get a lot of ducats this way, which you will definitely need. The second way is void storms. For real, this is just a terrible idea. There is some important drops you can get from void storms, but they are so long that they are just not worth it. Go play void storms only if you are in need of endo or if you're farming specific parts. For example, on Neptune void storms there is the Nautilus Sentinel, which is pretty good for railjack, and I think it's on Pluto where you can find the Carmine Penta. But yeah, I'm not sure. Why would you even use that thing? It's garbage. If you wish to see more of this rare stuff, just go to the Warframe wiki and do some research. For real, it is not that hard, but yeah, let's continue now. In Void Storms and Void Fissures, there is a few ways to improve your Void Traces gains. Using a resource double booster is one of them. It will double the amount of the Void Fissures you get. You may also use Smita Kavat's Charm ability to double the amount of Void Traces you get. If you're using the double resource booster and the Kavat's Charm ability, you may get up to 100 or more void traces per relic, but only if both are active. So yeah, this is a lottery. The next, third way is the crates you can find in the Cambion Drifts, Isolation Vault Bounty's second objective. I have already made a video about this, so I suggest you to go watch it, but for real, farming void traces this way is just not efficient. And now the last way, the Granum Void. I would stay away from this if you are not farming Protea, Stalt, Stropha, or Velox weapon parts. The amounts of void traces you may get as rewards is terrible, like 5 to 15 void traces, which is just terrible. that is actually it. Thank you for watching. I know this is a very low energy video because I just got vaccinated with the COVID vaccine and I'm being very, very hot. I have a 40 degrees Celsius temperature and I am...
The officially licensed Lord of the Rings strategy mobile game is now available. Choose from 8 factions. You can even fight for Mordor. Based on Middle-earth lore, Mordor holds strength in numbers, but falls short on resources. The only way to thrive is expansion. Just like...
Hello guys, it is the Gaming Weasel back again with another video, and in today's video we will be covering the ways of farming void traces. Now the ways you can farm void traces is going to be going from least effective or least efficient to most efficient, which is the one that is inside of the title. It's gonna take you around 4 minutes, but mostly a little bit less than 4 minutes, around 3 to 2 minutes depending on the mission type, and of course depending on your Warframe setup. So starting off right off the bat with the least efficient way, and it is going to be playing the Deimos Isolation Vaults. It doesn't matter which tier you play, even though I do prefer playing a tier 3 just because you get the sort of best parts, and then you also get cool resources. I mean, you get cool resources inside of all of these. The amount of void traces is mostly around 10, 15, maybe 20. Not the biggest chances of actually dropping void traces, so I wouldn't recommend this as your main way of farming void traces. If you need Deimos materials and you need necromech parts, this is the way to go, but other than that I wouldn't prefer it one bit. It is not the most efficient way. Now, the second way of farming yourself some void traces is going to be doing the Ground and Void. Going into tier 1 to 3, depending on which one you want, you will get from 5 to 15, as I said, depending on the tier of Ground and Void you play. Basically, go in with Mesa here, shoot all the enemies, get 75 kills, complete the mission. The mission that I'm doing is on Venus. This is the Sabotage mission, and basically you're going to get 5 to 15, which is, as I said, pretty much useless. Now, the second way of actually, and this, sorry, not the second, but the last and most efficient way is Void Storms and or just doing Void Relic runs. Now, Void Storms are pretty good. You will get almost the same amount of void traces. I've noticed that sometimes you may get a little bit less, but it is sort of random. Of course, it is dependent if you have a resource booster or not, and if your Smita Kavat's charm buff activates or not. So it really is dependent on that, but you will get some cool
1,000 credits. I see, and see, I'm gonna do that. Wait. Can I even go there? I want to extract it, so why wouldn't I? I think these just on my help or something.
Don't forget the reactant. You need more to open that relic. Tower online. We have control of all 4 towers. Successfully decoded the message. Clear the area. That's it. You opened the relic. Finish your mission and we'll take a look inside. Extraction is available, but there are more messages to be decoded. Will you stay or go? They are broadcasting another message. Make sure the enemy never receives it.
How do you pick your dog?
Oh my god. Hurts.
Tower captured. Beginning stream decode now. This tower is ours now. We are dominating. Keep it up. The remaining enemies must not report back to their command. Eliminate everyone. The enemy have deployed fierce reinforcements. Are you willing to stay and decode more messages? The relic has been cracked open. Finish your mission to find out what's inside. Try and capture another signal. Be careful though. The enemy has surely rallied stronger reinforcements. You have captured a radio tower. We are in total control. Keep fighting.
Hey, everyone just go to every one of them if you can.
Message decoded. Leave none alive. Clear out the remaining enemy forces. The relic has been cracked open. Finish your mission to find out what's inside. More data is being broadcasted. Are you willing to risk going back into the field? I have detected another message incoming. Capture and decode the signal.
I'm not gonna see Shawty.
We are in total control. Keep fighting. That's it. You opened the relic. Finish your mission and we'll take a look inside. We cannot allow the enemy to learn of our espionage. Eliminate the remaining enemy personnel. The enemy have deployed fierce reinforcements. Are you willing to stay and decode more messages? are broadcasting another message. Make sure the enemy never receives it. You have captured a radio tower. We have control of all 4 towers. Tower lost. Dominating. Keep it up. Message decoded. Leave none alive. Clear out the remaining enemy forces. The relic has been cracked open. Finish your mission to find out what's inside. More data is being broadcasted. Are you willing to risk going back into the field? Try and capture another signal. Be careful though. The enemy has surely rallied stronger reinforcements. Tower captured. Beginning stream decode now. We are in total control. Keep fighting.